Santo G.
What's good, man?
Let's start off with your name, man. Santo G. Is that your hood name, or is that a name that you just came up with recently?
Nah, Santo G, it comes from, my brother is actually Big Saint. So growing up, everyone, as far as like all the homies, they always used to call me Lil Saint. Once I got put onto the neighborhood, I chose a different name. They call me Smokey from Inglewood 13. But once I started doing my YouTube stuff, I went back to my family nickname, which was Lil Saint, Santo G.
Okay.
That's where Santo G comes from, you know what I mean? And the G is pretty much from my last name, you know? Garcia, I'm a G, you know what I mean?
I was gonna say Gangsta Saint.
Nah, pretty much, you know what I mean? Miguel Santo G, Miguel Santo Garcia, you know what I mean? That's where the G comes from.
Okay. Let's start off with where did you grow up at?
I grew up right here on the High Park side of Inglewood, to be specific, on Centinella and Stepney Street. It's literally like 2 blocks away from where we at right now.
Okay. And where are we right now?
Right now we're right here at Edward Vincent Jr. Park, but if you're an Inglewood native, if you've been in Inglewood your whole life, this is Centinella Park.
What do you call it today?
Today I still say Centinella Park. When I hit you up, what I tell you, Centinella Park, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't even know. I know Vincent is in it.
Yeah.
But it's just, I can't remember that name.
Yeah.
It's
It's always gonna be Centinella Park, you know what I mean? Yeah.
It's gonna be a long time before they stop saying Centinella Park.
For sure, for sure.
Okay, so how far from where we're at right now did you grow up?
Like 2 blocks. I used to be at this park daily as a teenager. First thing, as soon as I wake up, hit the grill, get ready, just come straight to the park, you know what I mean? And just run around, chill with the homies. We got the stone benches back here. We got the pool. Now they got a skate park. But back then they always had the basketball courts, the pool, and it's just a big, beautiful park, you know what I mean? So that's where it was at back then.
And what school did you start going to as a little kid?
So I attended Centinella Elementary School, and if you go inside their office, they have pictures of all the years. I believe mine was 2001. It was the early 2000s. You'll see my picture up there.
It's still there?
It's still there, yup. Till this day, it's still there. You're gonna go and you'll see me. Yeah, I remember Miss O'Neill. Shout out Miss O'Neill, Miss Dermola. And if you guys don't know, shout out Tiffany Cambridge. That's actually, she ended up getting engaged to the game, and she has like 2 kids with the game. That was my 3rd grade teacher right there. Shout out Tiffany Cambridge, man.
Oh, okay. So who was your favorite teacher?
Her, Miss Cambridge.
How come?
She was just cool. Like, she was a teacher that I can honestly say, like, cause I'm not gonna lie, when I started smoking and all that was actually in the 3rd grade in her class. And I don't know if she just seen it. She seen something in me to the point where she like tried to get me into some extracurricular activities. And she just like guided me a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, that's one teacher. Her and Miss O'Neill are the 2 teachers that I can say stick to my mind when I think about Centinella, you know?
And what made you start wanting to smoke in elementary school?
Just seeing my older brother. Like I said, I got an older brother. He's 5 years older than me. So, like I said, I don't have a father, you know what I mean? My father passed away before I was even born. So, to me, he was that male role model. So, I'll try to mimic whatever I see him doing, you know?
Okay. And then after elementary school, where did life head you to next?
After elementary, I went to La Tijera Middle School. It's on La Cienega and La Tijera. And I want to say right there, that's pretty much when there was a change, you know what I mean? I don't know if you guys remember this. Once you hit middle school, there's a such thing as scrub day. So I just remember people trying to pick on me, and then it just created a beast, you know, because once I seen that whenever I press back, they like back down, I was, I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna be bullied on. If anything, I'm gonna be the bully type stuff. You know what I mean? So that's when like a little shift happened as far as like in my mentality and just the way I carried myself, you know?
Now, is the older brother that you just mentioned, was he an influence on you in terms of the streets? Was he also affiliated, involved?
My brother, he's always been a hustler. He's always been making his money. But back then, like around that time, as far as I could remember, I will remember, you know what I mean? Like the homies posted on the block and everything, hit ups with his name and everything, you know? And then he ended up having a baby, and it kind of took him from the street life to where he was focused on hustling. And then that's when, because before he had a baby, he was out in the street. So whenever I come around, he'll kick me out. Like, hey, go home, go home. Then once he had a baby, he kind of stepped back. So then that's when I started going in more, you know? So to answer your question, my brother, nah, he's not from the hood. He kicked it with the homies and all that, but before he made that step, he ended up having a kid, and that's what made him just take a different route. And that's when I stepped in and pretty much got put on. And I can remember till this day, the day that I got put on, the older homies were talking to me, and I told them, you know what I mean, who my brother was and all that, and they still, I remember the homie told me like, man, your brother should be here, not you, you know? But I just told him like, hey, you know what, like, he's doing his thing, he got his family, like, this me, you know, like, I'm gonna take over now, you know what I mean?